Yep, that's the perfect recipe. That's the one I'll write down for you guys. Hey everybody, it's Robert Jones here, looking extra sexy in my kitchen today. Tomorrow is Friday, and it is when the AIDS life cycle is coming through Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara puts on something called the Paradise Pit, run by Rod Latham. And every year, for the last couple of years, I've gone down to help that out. And this year I'm doing some baking to provide some food for that. So you probably already saw that I made a fudge video, and now we're going to make some chocolate chip cookies here in the kitchen. I'm by myself, so we're going to try a little bit different format with me cooking by myself and trying to do the camera and everything else at the same time. You see I got my trusty bowl here, I got my headband on, keeping the sweat out, and doing 1,000 things. So let's get to it. I'll introduce you to some ingredients. For this recipe, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need some butter, it's a ½ pound, a teaspoon of vanilla, baking soda and salt, chocolate chips, flour, sour glutenase, some brown sugar, some white sugar, and eggs, a spatula, some cooling racks, some cooking vessels of some kind. I've got nice thin pans, and I've also got the old trusted mixer here. This is a very, very easy recipe, and I will put it on the web for you. This is the Toll House recipe, which was originally made up by a woman, and she sold it, I believe, to Nestle for like $50 or something really cheap like that. And now I think it's the world's most famous chocolate chip cookie recipe. So it's it's very easy. You take off the paddle here. We're going to put in a ½ pound of butter. I'm using sweet butter. You can use salted butter, but if you use salted butter, make sure you don't add the extra salt. I prefer the butter because I think it's a better quality, and I can always add the salt myself. So it's very soft because it's warm today, so let me just squeeze this out of the wrapper and put it in the bowl for you there. My trusty towel here. And then we're going to put the sugars with the butter. They call it creaming. And the idea is to break up the sugar crystals with the water and the butter and to make it into a nice fluffy concoction. So let's start with that. We can also put the salt and the baking soda because it's not going to really make a difference. Everything's a little crusty because of the humidity. Put that in there. Easy peasy.
Put this paddle back on. If you guys don't have a mixer like this, you can totally do it by hand. So lock it and turn it on. We're just going to let this go for a couple seconds here. It'll get nice and smooth. We're making the cookies for the AIDS life cycle. I think it's a worthy cause. I can't say it's my favorite in the whole world, but I think the group participation that happens with it is pretty amazing.
The amount of the community that comes together, that is definitely worth it for me. I don't say anything, I don't have anything against life cycle. Don't send me hate mail. I'm just saying that I'm not a cyclist, so it's not my super deal to do that. But I can support the people that are doing the ride and the effort and being a community program. I can definitely get behind that. I know this year they made over $15 million, which is the largest ever, I believe.
Give it another quick whirl. Now,
going back and forth here. Do that for that. I'm going to add in my eggs. Now, my grandma would have a crap fit if I did this without putting in a bowl first, but I'm living on the edge. Just add the eggs. Easy, easy, easy. As Alton Brown says, don't crack your eggs on the side of the bowl because you send shrapnel into the shell, and I kind of agree with that. So if you crack it on a flat surface, it makes it easier.
okay, put this up a bit. I can show it to you guys.
Just smooth and easy. Oh, I forgot the vanilla.
Vanilla. On for just a second.
I think the reason that most Americans love to make chocolate chip cookies, aside from the fact that they're delicious, is it's so easy. You just literally dump in the flour. Now this you got to go slow for, so we're going to slow down just a bit.
I have to give it 1 or 2 mixes. So we turn it up a little bit. Again, our butter was very soft because it's probably about 80 degrees right now. So we give that a good mix. Open her up, push it through, so I can get some hand room in here. I just give it 1 wipe down, 1 down the side. Keep throwing dough everywhere. Wish it was real money, but no. Tastes good. Goes like that.
Then I turn it to slow. 2 cups chocolate chips. You can use any kind you want. These are Costco brand. And that's it. It's done. Really, that's it. It's that easy. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean up this area. I'm going to put some plastic wrap down, and I'm going to show you a trick for making your cookies. We'll be back in just a sec. Okay, we've got our dough all mixed up here, and what I've done is I put down 2 pieces of plastic. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the cookie dough that comes in the grocery store that's in the tube. We can totally do that at home too, and I'll tell you the advantage. When you are doing a lot of cookies, for instance, this is a pretty big batch. I like to divide it in half. And when you make it into the tubes, you can put it in the fridge, and you can just let it set up a bit, let the butter come back to hardness. And then what happens is you can just slice them. Now, you can always use the old-fashioned method of 2 spoons and just go at it. I mean, this is perfectly fine. You can go right now, go for it, bake it on up. But since I'm doing so many cookies at the same time, I find it is much easier if I can just cut them apart. They're all exactly the same. It's a lot less effort. All I do is use a knife and go for it. So I think we got about even there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of smash it out. And I do them both at the same time, just so I can see if I've got the amounts equal. So this one looks like a little bit more. Just going to stick it over here. And then, I hope you guys can see this. I just take this, pull it up, and roll it a little bit. Smash it down. Roll it up again and smash it down. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make an even roll here. Now it doesn't need to be completely rolled yet, but I'm just trying to make it even all the way across. It just takes a little finagling. Okay, so it looks pretty good. And then I'll do it this way so you guys can see. Stretch your plastic back out, put it around, roll it tight. This piece does not want to cooperate. And then roll it over. Now, take the ends and just smash them in, and then give them a little twist, like that. And this one too, you can turn the whole thing, boop, 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 like this. You got a big sausage, and you just make it even. Then roll it back and forth, and put it in the fridge. Perfect. Through the magic of TV, we now have a stiff dough. We have 2 stiff doughs. Okay. So, here's what you do. Here comes the magic part. Here's what I do. I slice off the end, throw that in there, slice off the other end, and then the really easy part. Just slice this whole thing longwise in half. It's kind of hard. You got to chop through the chocolate chips, like so.
And then don't cut the plastic on the bottom one. I'll turn this so you guys can see more. So you see it's just in half. Now, just cut it in half again. I'm telling you, this is so easy. Okay, now you got that. Then, just chop it into pieces. It looks a mess, but don't worry. It's not really.
Now you're going to have pretty even cookies. Just get your sheet. Don't forget your sheet. And then you just take the cookies. Try to take some even sized ones here. And put them on your sheet. I'm going to stagger them apart because I don't quite know how much they're going to spread.
Do like this, and maybe this one and this one because it's 2 little pieces. Okay. And this. Don't buy cookie dough. Make cookie dough. Look how easy it is. You can make it exactly how you want it to be. Make sure you're leaving plastic pieces. Just smash them together like this.
Sexiness. Because everybody like to have cookies sexy. Okay, and we're going to put these in the oven. That's it. Do you hear that noise? That means cookies are done. Bringing them out right now. I don't know about my results here yet. Now, here are the cookies. And I don't know if I'm real happy with them, so I might have to try another batch. I don't like how they are puffy, so I might need to smash them down a little bit on the next batch. Okay, this batch we're going to try something a little bit different. Instead of chopping them into pieces like that, I did slices. I think we have a little bit thick dough. Just the recipe could be the flour, could be lots of different things. I'm using a harvest flour, not Pillsbury, which is the suggestion, but I don't think it should matter that much. So I'm going to try making thinner and wider cookies this time and see if they cook a little bit better. Alright, you guys, now we got cookies I'm looking for. I like this one here, I like this one here. Nice, big, round. Same amount, check it out. Same amount of dough as this one, but flattened out a little bit. Makes a huge difference. Maybe having the oven a little bit hotter too. So, there we go. Okay, and because I'm a Virgo, I'm trying a third time here just to see how this works. This is the rolled ball and slightly smushed method. We'll see how those come out. Just keep trying. Gotta get it right. Alright kids, I think we've got this down to a science now. This is the perfect configuration for cookies. This is 1/4 of the batch, so this times 4 equals 1 batch. This is the way you want them to look when they go in the oven. And when they come out, they will look like... Looks like we have reached some perfection. This is a rolled and flattened cookie with 13 minutes at 350 on a flat tray. Perfection. Nailed it! Sports. I want to say thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you make some cookies. If your recipe doesn't come out exactly like you want to, have the courage to change it a little bit. I'm Robert Jones, helping out with ALC this week. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. Check me out on Tumblr. Eudaemonius. Eudaemonius. Hope you have a great day. Today is day 16,334, and I'm making cookies. Thanks, you guys. Bye. Perfection. Tell me that's not a commercial waiting to happen right there. So, look at that. Thin, crispy, delicious. There you go. Bye. Ta-da! It doesn't really matter that their balls are perfect or whatever. Okay, so this will go in the fridge, and then we'll continue on our journey. And one more time. Ta-da!